So I wanted to go over my buggy build here. Kind of an overview, I guess, of it. I took it out today and beat the crap out of it pretty good. You can see that I bent a front top shock mount. But I did really good today, and I'll have some running video after this. But I wanted to go around it and kind of, I guess, start off with the cage. So what I kind of did was I had the panels mocked up in styrene, and as soon as I got the shape that I wanted to fit the cage, I had the styrene sent to my friend Brian, and he had a 3D scanner, so he was able to scan it and then print these in black. Actually, I think it was gray, and then I painted it black, and then I did all the details in white. So yeah, normally I like to build around a body shell or panels, but in this case I went ahead and I built the cage first. So so I used 3/16 brake line, in which I order it in coils off of Amazon, and it's uncoated, so that way all I gotta do is lightly sand it and I can braze to it. There's a lot of good brazing videos out there if you want to see that, or I might actually do one at some point. But so yeah, I brazed it all in brake line. I didn't use stainless steel because I like to use magnets, and you can't, stainless steel doesn't really magnetize very well, so I like to hold things together with magnets. I don't have, 3D printed, whatchamacallums to hold it all together for me, but so I kind of just brazed this together using brake line and then some solid steel as well. Actually, right here, and I got this stuff at Home Depot. So, and so I don't know, kind of find what I need, usually either on Amazon or Home Depot for metal supplies. Although I need to check out Scale Metal Supplies, I probably could do a lot better job. But so yeah, I kind of did this up. I had the no shit bars right here, the hoops right here. I like to kind of add in that. And what I did when I was all done, I actually sandblasted the cage with a kind of a cheaper end one from Amazon. And when I was all done brazing it, sandblasted it clean. And after that, I coated it with Steel It. I did have it, well, I had cages in the past that I built powder coated, but I don't know, they didn't really hold up, after about a month, I was already getting chips on it, so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go, back and pay for it to get powder coated again. So I found Steel It, which is almost just as durable, and anytime I need to recoat it, strip it apart and do my thing. So, and for those of you out there that build your RCs with steel or even aluminum, I think this stuff, you can get it on Amazon or even through their own website. It's great stuff. Anyhow, so my whole idea was, to do pretty much kind of like the We Rock RC buggies, but this is not really compliant to that. It had the 6-inch figure in it and all that crap, but I don't really do the whole comp stuff anyway. But so I have, as you can see, meus. I've got the meus capra front and rear axles, which I'm pretty sure they still sell these. And you can get them in clear or black. So I got mine in black. Got the kit where you get front and rear steer, all in one kit, and they actually supplied extra screws and extra parts, even gears for it. So I was blown away by that. Also, I think my draft shafts are meus as well. And the first set that they sent me, I didn't like. They broke on me twice. And it was a weird setup. It was like, it had the little C-clip holding in the pins, so they would always pop out when I drove. But this style here isn't that way that they sent me. It's like their newer version. But they've been holding up ever since I've been driving it, and they've been solid. Like, I can't believe all the abuse I put this through, especially today. So yeah, I got meus axles, meus drive shafts, and the links as well came with the kit. I like them. They're pretty good. And then I think the wheel weights in the front are also, actually I think they came with the kit. Then I got the Desert Lizards, of course. So tunable. I got it at like full droop. And then for servos, I'm running the Hobby Park 45 kg. And not too bad. I think it's a BEC, something to kind of give it more power because they lag a little bit. That's down the road. And then for a motor, I got the Fusion Elite in there, and that motor is wonderful. It goes nice and slow, creeps nice and slow, and it fits pretty good in this build too. I like the way that it fits in here because I didn't have very much room to work with, so I went with that for the motor, and the 2-in-1, so it's ESC and motor combo, and it's got plenty of torque too, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Then a 3D printed motor in here that my friend did for me. Came out pretty good. I went with I guess copper. Kind of goes with the black pretty good. And then this fan here came from a VS4 10 kit. And then the body, the interior, this actually came from a H10 optic. This figured, well, the body did, the head came from something else. Then that was just a spare part, gas tank cover. And yeah, and then the rest of the interior I did out of styrene. I built the dash out of styrene, and it's been holding up pretty good for being styrene. I mean, try to tuck it as much as I could in the cage so it didn't bust up. And then I think on my last video I showed how this worked, but I built this to flip. I built it on a hinge, kind of brazed all this together. I'm cheap, so I try to build everything that I can, I should just go to Scale Metal Supplies for other stuff. I probably will in my next build. But so this is where the battery sits in front, and what am I running in there? Yeah, one of these 2200 milliamps that fit in there pretty good. Sits in there nice, so plenty of power with that. And kind of did like a little crossbar in here to hold the battery in. Nothing too fancy. And I think for transmission it's just the I guess the Capra. I think it's the stock Capra transmission in there, and it's got dig too. And it lags a little bit. It's not the best, but for having four-wheel, steer on this, it's got plenty of tricks up its sleeve, I guess. But so I think that pretty much covers this build. Yeah, stock capra skid plate. I might upgrade to a flat one. I don't know. And then the lower links here, I can't remember where I got these from, but I ended up putting those high clearance links in the front. I couldn't do it in the rear because it was hitting up against the drive shaft and the scale motor, so I had to unfortunately go straights, but it does fine. Especially for me not really doing the comps and stuff. I mean, actually I don't even think the comps, I don't think that would be legal having, well yeah, straights are legal, that's right. That's the high clearance links that you can't have, from what I understood. And then I've got, of course, JC Concepts tusks, which a while ago I punctured. Still running good. I shoe glued it together. Seems to be holding pretty good, especially after today's run. Then I got SSD. No, it's not SSD. That's right. What are these? I can't remember. I'm in a brain fart moment. But anyway, I got these off Amazon. The rims, the wheels, and then the inserts I had 3D printed as well. And the I think it's softer in the front and stiffer in the rear. That's how I got it. But that takes care of the build pretty much. I'm hoping to do build along kind of series this winter or fall, because I plan on doing another build. I just don't know what platform I'm going to choose, because I've got that truck right here. It's a VS410 that I want to kind of rebuild into a full buggy, but on a ladder chassis. I don't know though. I got some ideas. But that's about it for this build. Guess you can watch me torture it in the video. Hello.
Sorry.
You alright?
Can I pass you?
Yep, we're
Thank
good.
you.